Hi, I'm Joel Bloom, president of New Jersey Institute of Technology. At NJIT, we believe that not only our students, but all citizens need to be informed about the issues facing higher education. As New Jersey's Science and Technology University, NJIT is proud to support the important programming produced by the Caucus Educational Corporation and their partners in public television.
Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by New Jersey Natural Gas, proud to support education in our communities. Meridian Health, New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance Group, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and banking under the principle of stewardship. The law firm of Gibbons PC. Cohn Resnick, providing accounting, tax, and advisory services for more than 90 years. And by TD Bank. Promotional support provided by The Star Ledger and NJ.com, Everything Jersey.
This is One-on-One.
When you first heard that they were doing Charlie Rose and Gayle King, didn't you go, what?
People like laughing at others, so I don't mind if the other is me.
See, you go right into the character. That's what it is.
I'm bringing families together a half an hour each week. Man, I'm doing something special.
And so I do feel successful.
Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. This is One-on-One here at the Jersey Shore. We're, in fact, coming together at the Jersey Shore. Last couple nights we've been in Seaside Heights. We are now in Ortley Beach, a town that has been devastated by Hurricane Sandy. We're introducing you to a young lady that has been working really hard, very much a part of this community. She is Gina Cavallo, founder of Paying It Forward Foundation. Now, this community, Ortley Beach, describe for folks, we were on 3rd Avenue, right?
Yes.
And there's a lot of work going on around us. Homes have been destroyed. Mm-hmm. Describe it.
Well, it's been total devastation, total destruction, and homeowners have not been able, a lot of them till today, have not been able to get their lives back together. They're overwhelmed. They have very little resources, many of them. They're looking for help. They don't know where to turn. Some had flood insurance. Even those that had flood insurance, they're still waiting, some of them. And some of them that did get money, they didn't get as much as they thought they would be getting. And those that didn't have flood insurance, they have to walk away. They're being forced to walk away.
You mean walk away from their homes?
Walk away from their homes.
So what's left?
They don't have anything left, anything. Some of them are forced to go into nursing homes if they're elderly, or to go live with someone. Or go to one of these senior citizen facilities, and their quality of life is definitely affected by this. And for those elderly and disabled with the elevation, that's major, because a lot a disabled
elevation meaning
elevation depending on.
Talking about is, sorry for interrupting you. Talking about the whole question of how high you have to build your home in order to meet the standards, the flood standards. And
yes, and they have to do that, and if they don't do that, and then, they can't get the flood insurance, and then those that elevate the disabled, how are they going to get into their homes?
Well, why don't you do this? Because the Paying It Forward Foundation is something that you started.
Yes. Well, a homeowner started.
Okay, describe it. What is it? Why is it out there? Because we'll put the website up. And how does it help people?
How does it help me?
The Paying It Forward Foundation, what is it all about?
And Paying It Forward Foundation, if I can tell you a little bit about
Sure.
it, back when I started to come out here with the Red Cross, I had just gotten married, my husband and I.
Your husband Peter's right off camera. We'll bring him in
My
a minute.
husband Peter.
You got married in October.
We got married in October.
2012.
2012. We went on a short honeymoon because of a timing issue. So when we came back, Hurricane Sandy happened, and then I took a disaster course with the Red Cross and asked my husband if I could leave home.
It's a great
so
way to
he
start
did.
the marriage,
it's a
right?
great way, and he did.
Peter's not laughing. No, he is laughing.
He did. He was extremely supportive. I was like, should I ask? And I did, and I packed my bag and I took off, and I stayed at different shelters in Toms River. And from there, as soon as they had not let the residents back in the island at that point yet.
Right.
So when the island did open up, I came behind afterwards, and I was able to get a permit. And I started walking the streets in Ortley and Lavalette. And then
Lavalette's the next town over. The
next town
I've lived in for a long time in the
yes.
summer.
And
Not hit as badly as Orly Beach.
No, but there was still devastation. Their
Yep.
recovery process was like night and day compared to Ortley.
Yep.
And I had run into a homeowner that he was also a victim, him and his family, Joe and Marianne Lupo, wonderful family.
Close friends of ours.
But they were still victims. They were still devastated. And this is their secondary home. And as volunteers, we don't question, is it your primary home? Is it your secondary home? You're still a victim. A primary homeowner and a secondary homeowner, they're paying the same taxes.
Right.
So
the Paying It Forward Foundation tries to do what?
well, I wasn't a foundation. I wasn't looking for an organization, but he wanted to offer me some money because he's not used to, a lot of people aren't used to accepting help. And I says, we're not taking any money. He says, let me donate to your org, and I didn't have one. He says, if you let me open up an org, and then, you help me. And we just share
Let's bring Peter in right
kindness.
now. Peter, come on in.
How are you,
Good to
Steve?
see you.
Nice to meet you.
How's she doing so far?
She is probably the most passionate and compassionate person you'd ever want to meet. She has Gina, I say she. She's just an incredible human being. Her background has always been in healthcare, working with the elderly and all. And when this happened, it was like a light bulb went off in her. And actually, I always thought that I was, of the generous nature, but there's no comparison. And we started networking with people. We came down here with truckloads of clothes to bring to shelters. We started meeting people, and before you knew it, with Joe Lupo, we got this organization going. And the whole idea of it is basically, if I help you, maybe you know somebody who needs help, and you'll just help them. And it's just a mindset, really.
Paying it forward is without the expectation of anything being given back.
What did you want? I mean, it's funny you're saying that. You don't want anything back.
No.
No, not at all.
No. And we have literally promised people that we were going to help them get back into their homes with absolutely zero resources, from walking the streets from home to home or through phone calls, which I've been involved with Project Connect. And people throughout the island will call me because Lavalette put together Project Connect for having homeowners through the island find a place. They had a really good idea, but the problem was they had nobody to take it on. So I took it on, and it expanded even 10 times more. And so I have promised people, I know this is crazy, but I have said, we're going to save your home, we're going to help you.
But how can you make that promise?
But
the
have.
government's not even making that
But
promise.
we have.
It's happening. We're doing
We
it.
have had it. We have had resources, volunteer groups. We have had Team Rubicon. We have had Rutgers. We have had the Calvary Church, the Presbyterian.
Why?
People from all over.
People have big hearts.
Skilled, non-skilled. And we have been doing more than the government has been doing.
Well, let me ask you something. As we do this program, it's July, a little cloudy day here at the Jersey Shore, which is fine compared to what you've had to face. The trucks keep coming through. That's fine. That means things are moving forward. Progress is happening. But you do worry about the future. You worry about the future in terms of, do you worry about people forgetting?
Absolutely.
Talk about that.
Well,
We have a couple minutes left. Go ahead.
Okay, we've had incredible volunteerism here. The networking between the Christian churches and just people wanting to give of themselves.
Well, what about moving forward, though?
Okay, well, it's been tough the last month or so since the devastation in Oklahoma. We've lost a lot of the volunteerism that's been coming here, and the focus has been out there. But these people still need all that help that we've been trying to give them. This weekend, we have 14 volunteers coming down, so we'll probably...
But didn't you have like 80 or 90
we
at
had
some
one
point
day.
a while back?
We had one day that Gina had 9 different home jobs going.
I had 200. I have had 87. I gather big groups, and they're starting to come. It's starting to pull together.
So let me ask you this. There are other people we're going to be talking to here in Ortley Beach. By the way, this is one-on-one all this week, coming together at the Jersey Shore. Real quick, before I let you out of here, what has this done for your marriage? You haven't even been married a year.
Well, we know each other about 5 years, so that's great, you know.
Has it brought you together?
It's been
even closer.
We've been together as tight as possible, and it's been a strain at the same time too. You can't be in 5 different places at one time, but you know what? Our hearts are in the same place all the time. And with that being said, you know what? You have to sacrifice to give. And if something's given to me and I can help somebody else, well, then it works.
Finally, what have you gotten out of this? I know you don't want anything back. What have you gotten out of this?
Just to see people whole again, to see that it actually happens, to see Denise's parents home and see they're coming with all the hands
Denise
of the
is off camera.
volunteers,
Yeah.
the volunteers that have come together. And I have been a coordinator and by Denise's side, but Denise has also been taking responsibility and doing something about it. It has not been less painful for her. The same thing that we have provided for Denise, we are looking to provide for anyone that needs it.
Seaside Heights is great, but Ortley Beach is a heck of a place. It's struggling right now, but it's coming back. We'll be right back right after this from the Jersey Shore.
If you would like more information on this program or if you'd like to express an opinion, email us at info@caucusnj.org. Visit us online at oneonone.org or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steve Adubato, PhD.
This is One on One. We are down here at the Jersey Shore, as you can see from the water tower. We're at Ortley Beach, just a town over from Seaside Heights. We're in a community that has been devastated by Hurricane Sandy. We're here with one of the longtime homeowners, in fact, your family, Gina Gavala, your parents, 52 years in the home behind us here on 3rd Avenue, 207, right?
207 3rd Ave, correct.
Describe what happened right after and the impact it had on your parents and your life.
We weren't allowed back for 3 weeks after. We had no idea if the house was standing. So houses 1 through 5, 2 blocks up, are gone. So for 3 weeks we sat here. We couldn't come home. My dad's in a wheelchair. He's disabled. I had to find them a safe place to go to. I sent them to Florida, so they never got to see the house. The first time I came back, there were no streets. My boat was 2 houses down in my neighbor's living room. There were 6 feet of sand all around the house, and of course total water devastation inside.
Describe Ortley Beach for those people know Seaside Heights, they know Point Pleasant, another community that we're going to be in as part of this one-on-one down at the Jersey Shore Week. Describe for those who don't know Ortley Beach. I mean, we had a place on a little street called Lanyard, 314 Lanyard. I'll never forget, a little bungalow. Why do we call them bungalows? Why?
Because they're small little houses, and they have usually 2 bedrooms and, you know, the bathroom and the kitchen, and that's it. So.
Describe Ortley Beach.
Ortley is a very family-oriented. I've been here my whole life. All of my neighbors that you see around me have been here for 25 to 50 years like us. We were the first house. We grew up together. Our kids grew up together. You know, the kids are now having kids and taking over the houses. We know everybody. There's nobody that we don't know. It's families come, they rent, they come. We don't have a lot of renters. It's mostly people who houses were passed down from parents to kids. It's all families.
So when this happened, when Hurricane Sandy happened, people couldn't even come together right away because you couldn't even be here.
No. They bussed us in because we kept getting sinkholes in the street. So we all had to congregate over the bridge.
Describe a sinkhole. People hear that. They don't know what it means.
It's where the water came underneath and just took the whole road in. And we had one outside our house, which is about 20 feet long. And it's still not fixed yet. So we had to get on buses. And we were allowed 1 suitcase for 3 hours to come to our house and see it. We pulled up, and these poor people who were going towards the ocean had their little suitcases, and I just remember seeing their backs, and they had no houses left. And, you know, we started walking down the street, and it was the first time we saw our house was standing. We saw the damage. We had a house come down from the ocean, come past here, and end up 2 blocks away. We had another house end up here. We do believe part of the house hit our house and took off part of our house when it came down. You've never seen anything like this, and it was street after street after street.
How did it impact you?
I learned a lot. I learned that there's nothing I can't do. I can rebuild a house. I met Gina and Peter at one point.
Describe Peter and Gina, who we just talked to on our first segment, the Paying It Forward Foundation.
Gina had found out that my dad's disabled. We lost everything in our backyard. Our pool, we had a wheelchair ramp. So Gina called me and she said, I know there's this group. They want to come and rebuild your wheelchair ramp. I said, okay. So it's the first time we met. St. Bonaventure University from upstate New York spent their spring break, a couple days in their spring break, and rebuilt the wheelchair ramp so my dad could get back in the house.
About the students?
Students, with
Hold
one
on.
leader.
Students, they actually don't go on the spring break. They come and build a ramp.
They come and build wheelchair. They went to Breezy Point first. They built 4 ramps in Breezy Point, and then I believe they built 3 ramps at the Jersey Shore, one of mine included. So Gina and I started talking, and my house was gutted. Everything was gutted. And I said, what do I do? I mean, I don't know what to do. Through Gina, we've had over 100 volunteers touch the inside and outside of this house. I was with them every weekend. If you were coming to my house to volunteer, I made sure you had food, you had something to drink. We had no electric and no heat. We froze to death in the wintertime, but we were here every weekend. I took tons of vacation time off, weeks off, to be able to put this house back together. I did not want my parents to come home and see a gutted house. We threw everything out. Everything they owned went to the garbage. I did not want them to see that. I wanted them to come home and at least see floors and walls. And now they have a kitchen. You know, they have their house back together. We have no neighbors. You know, we stay overnight here.
So who's here?
No, just one house across the way. There's nobody else living here, just us. It's black. It's pitch black at night.
So I'm looking around at this community around 3rd Avenue in Ortley Beach, and there are piles of dirt. And, there's construction going on. Actually, there were guys jackhammering before, and they were working. We actually asked them. We wanted to actually have that sound, but we couldn't even hear ourselves talk. There is work going on.
Yes.
Enough?
You know, it's been slow. It's been really slow. I think that the town was so devastated, though. They're trying to handle it as best as they could. You know, could it have been done faster? Sure. But, you know, I'm not into politics, and I'm not going to blame anybody.
Is this about politics?
I don't think so. I mean, I think it's about people just not having time to do it. I mean, a lot of people, this is their summer home. And, you know, they have kids, they have families they have to take care of during the week. And, you know, I was down here. Some people chose not to come down. Some people just chose to come down within the last month to gut their house.
To gut their house?
To gut their house with the mold up to the ceiling. So, you know, there's groups like Gina will call me, and I try to be a resource for everybody here. On the weekends,
what does that mean?
You'll see people come into my home, my neighbors, and ask me questions. How do I get electric back? How do I get gas back? I sit there and I write them things.
8+ months after?
Exactly, 8+ months after. People across the street here, they came back to their house. They said they were going to have an electrical inspection. This was a month ago. You have no telephone pole. You have no electric going to your house.
I'm looking around.
We had to call. Oh, we lost all these poles. All these are brand new.
You
They
can't
all
see
came
we
down.
see. Our guys are going to take a shot of this. By the way, one of the things about Ortley Beach I noticed, we're shooting right now, there's a crowd gathering around us. Is that
It's all
the
my
kind
neighbors.
Is it the kind of community it is? Like, they want to know what's going on.
Absolutely.
What's going on in the
And they care,
neighborhood?
and they want to know, and they care, and we want our town back. We want to be able to sit here. We open our home, and whenever we're sitting outside, we invite people over. You're working on your house all day Saturday and Sunday. I have a bathroom, I have a hot shower. People come over, they use my bathroom, they take a hot shower at the end of the day, and then maybe I barbecue for everybody at night. You don't have a place to sit when your house is gutted. We invite them in to come, sit outside, sit inside, just take a rest. I know what it's like, I went through it.
Finally, the brick, the mortar, the telephone poles, the building, the jackhammers, the streets, the sinkholes, all the infrastructure, you know, that word, you know, it's not I don't know what it means. It means different things to different people, but the other part of it, the rebuilding, is the human, the personal part of it.
Yeah.
How do you think this has impacted you as a person?
You know, I dealt with my dad having a stroke and becoming completely disabled 20 years ago. That made me strong. This made me stronger. My goal was to have a house that my parents could come back home to, and nothing was going to stop me. There's a lot of things that go on in everyone's life, but this became a priority because I grew up here. All my memories are here. My seashells I painted when I was 2 years old are still here.
From up on the beach?
Sure.
Ortley Beach?
Yeah. Taken from the beach. You know, my brother grew up here. My nephews have come and spent. My nephews live in Florida. They think New Jersey is the best place in the world. So it's a, you know, I'm here. My heart is in Ortley. I have a perfect view of the water tower every time I walk out of my house.
That water tower is pretty cool, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is. And we fought many years ago to put the dolphins on it, so which makes it kind of fun.
The dolphins make it very unique.
Yeah, exactly. So this is our home.
Real quick, what is it about the Jersey Shore?
You know, it's where I want to be. I don't want to be any other place but in Ortley Beach and at the Jersey Shore. I love the water. I love the ocean. You know, I have a boat. I fish. I'm a captain in the Coast Guard. Why would I not want to be around the water? So,
I want to thank you for taking the time and telling your story.
You're welcome.
We wish you and your family nothing but the best.
Thank
and
you,
we hope
Steve.
that you're
Thank you.
back here, but also for your neighbors, because I know you care deeply about them as well.
Absolutely, I do. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Wish you the best.
All right, thanks.
Stay right there. One-on-one here in Ortley Beach. We'll stay with us. We'll be right back right after this.
If you would like more information on this program, or if you'd like to express an opinion, email us at info@caucusnj.org. Visit us online at oneonone.org. Or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steve Adubato, PhD.
One-on-one here at the Jersey Shore. We're in Ortley Beach. The construction continues behind us. The young lady you're about to meet has been making a big difference in the state of New Jersey, including down here at the Jersey Shore. Sherry Lynn Fazio, Senior Director of External Affairs at Jersey Cares. Tell folks first what Jersey Cares is, and then why is the Jersey Shore so important to that?
Jersey Cares is a volunteer organization. We make volunteering easy in the state of New Jersey. We manage thousands of volunteer projects every single year, many times, multiple projects in a day. The Jersey Shore is so important to us because it's our home. We were in the shore area doing a lot of work before Hurricane Sandy hit, but we've since obviously switched directions a lot, and now about half of all of our work is in Ocean and Monmouth counties.
Describe, Sherry, for people who may not really understand, you know, what the needs are right now. You're going to see the Jersey Cares website throughout this segment. Reach out. They need volunteers. They need support. What exactly is needed right now? We're doing this program in July of 2013. We'd love for things to be further along. It's been amazing progress so far, but more work needs to be done. What is needed?
There is so much more work to be done. There's still a lot of cleanup to be done, which I know is surprising to a lot of people, but our volunteers so far have moved about 75,000 pounds of debris, and there's still a lot more. When you come down here and you drive around, there are still areas that haven't even been touched yet. Our office is managing the Volunteer Reception Center in Ocean County, so every volunteer that comes through Ocean County is then deployed from that area. We have hundreds of volunteers coming through there every day. That's one of the areas where we need many helpers, and it really is a range. If you can do things, we need skilled volunteers to help. You know,
what does that mean, skilled?
Skilled volunteers means you know how to put up sheetrock. It means you know how to do construction type things. We don't pretend that every volunteer knows how to do things like that, but there are a lot of things that volunteers can do. They can paint, they can clean up things, they can do a lot of park revitalization. There are a lot of other options. You can make blankets, you can assemble hygiene kits. So you don't need to be skilled to do those things, but you do need to be skilled to do sheetrock and those sorts of things.
Who have you found to be those who actually say, I care enough to sign up, I want to go down the Jersey Shore post-Sandy? I mean, particularly now, 8-9 months later. Who are you finding?
Our corporate partners have been phenomenal. We have a lot of corporate groups who have just been so dedicated and continue to send groups every day. Today, actually, we have about 70 volunteers in Manasquan from PricewaterhouseCoopers. They've been one of our teams that's been constant, continuous projects. BNP Paribas has been like that too. Deutsche Bank has been like that.
So hold on, the corporations say, we want to be a part of this, and they give time to their employees to...
We have a large corporate service program, and our staff plans these events for all the corporate teams, and they take days off work. Credit Suisse volunteers paid for their own hotel rooms so they could stay over and do multiple days in a row, and they're amazing. In addition to the corporate partners, though, we have volunteers coming from all over the country. We've registered 12,000 new volunteers. 12,000 since Sandy's inception.
You know, Jersey Cares has been around a long time. They've been involved in a whole range of efforts, getting together volunteers to make a big difference. What makes the Sandy effort different?
Well, I mean, our entire staff was personally affected to start with. So while we were planning what was going to happen while the storm was hitting, I was being evacuated by the National Guard while I was on the phone with our corporate partners.
And you were?
I
in
was
your
personally in Hoboken.
Okay.
Yes.
People forget we're down at the Jersey Shore, and we forget that in Hoboken, it was devastated.
Yes. There were waves crashing into my building.
So that's going on, and you're trying to get help for other people.
Yeah, and my building had a generator, so we could all plug in downstairs, and we started and updated the website and did the planning process. I have colleagues who charged their phones in their cars because they obviously no one had power, so they could update the website. Other people used Wi-Fi at the grocery stores. We have staff members that went up and down the shore to find all of our projects when the phones weren't working. So I think that's one of the huge pieces of it is because it's personal to all of us individually. Every single person in our office was affected.
Real quick, people go on the website, and what can they do?
JerseyCares.org. You can go there and register today, and you can actually volunteer with us tomorrow. And it's one time or every day, as much as you want to give, if you have 2 hours or if you have a few weeks.
Good pitch. Right after this, we're going to say goodbye officially from Wortley Beach with some of the neighbors who have been working together and helping each other. It's a community that really does stick together. Folks, before we say goodbye officially to Wortley Beach, a community that, look, it was devastated by Hurricane Sandy, but it's coming back strong. There's a lot of work to be done. We're at 3rd Avenue, Grace, 3rd Avenue and?
West Railway.
West Railway. This is a tight-knit community, as we were saying before. By the way, this guy right here, which first name again?
Greg.
Greg, he's not on microphone, but Greg actually did the dolphins on the Wortley Beach water tower. We have a shot of it before. Yes, he did the dolphins, all right? Grace, you've lived in this community for a long time,
yes.
Right? Hold on. What makes Wortley Beach so special?
The people in it. The people in Wortley Beach make it special.
Is Wortley Beach coming back?
Wortley Beach is coming slow but sure.
And stronger than ever?
And stronger than ever.
Hold on. You're not on microphone. You guys, you're not directed well. I got to tell you that. You're very impatient. But that's the one thing we learned about Wortley Beach and the Jersey Shore. One of the things I love about the Jersey Shore and the people we've met, and I know it could sound like it's criticism, but it's not. We're an impatient people, are we not?
Yes.
We wanted it yesterday. So while the government does what they're doing and FEMA tries to help and the state government, federal government, the bottom line is this. The people in this community in Wortley Beach, sometimes they can be forgotten because there are more, resort-driven areas. It's great that we're in Seaside Heights. We're going to Point Pleasant after this. We're looking forward to seeing those folks. Belmar, it's all terrific. But right here in this town in Wortley Beach, the first home we had on Lanyard, 314 Lanyard, that's where we were. We called it a bungalow, which simply means small little place. This is a great community. It's coming back strong. There's a lot of work to be done. But with people like this sticking together, Wortley Beach is coming back. We agree?
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Wortley Beach. Woo! Wortley Beach. One-on-one. Jersey Shore coming back strong. We'll be back right after this. No, we'll be back tomorrow night. See you then.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One has been provided by New Jersey Natural Gas, Meridian Health, New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance Group, the law firm of Gibbons PC, Cohn Resnick, and by TD Bank. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.